Okay, let's go. Hi. One more time. Hi. This is FPV. This is FPV from the top. This is FPV University. I'm Paweł Spechalski, and I will be your host tonight. Damn, that sounds actually nice. I do think that this sounds actually nice. So, hello, it's Friday evening. I have nothing better to do. I'm tired after yesterday's cycling, and that means I'm not cycling today. So we have some time to run a live stream today, because today I have something like... I have this thing. It's a thing. It's a tank. It was sitting somewhere well hidden for the last 2 years, maybe even 3. No, at least 2 years without much use. And I think that it's time to either make it right again and do some stuff with it, or well, dismantle this thing and sell it because nobody else will be ever using this. So today I will try to figure out what's going on with this thing. And by the way, like I asked in the before, there's okay, I have to start one more light because I forgot to start this light, and now this side of my face is super dark. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yes, lightning got much better. So I want some opinions. I want some opinions because I have a new microphone, and honestly, I'm not sure if I like it. It's a shotgun, and I definitely don't think that this is a good quality shotgun. I will most probably want to replace it with a better shotgun, but I decided that having the dynamic microphone like this is, while great for streaming, is not really that great for recording videos. So I'm experimenting with the shotgun mic. Yeah, exactly. It's a noisy one. I can turn the noise down, but then my voice gets distorted in other ways. So yeah, now it's different and sounds terrible. Yeah, so okay, the sound is terrible. Fantastic, outstanding. I wonder how the light, which has a fan, affects the microphone. Probably a little. So, but I'm learning. Don't buy cheap microphones. That one was cheap. Buying cheap microphones is never a good idea. I fell one more time into this trap and I bought a cheap microphone. No, don't buy cheap microphones. Absolutely don't buy one. Anyhow, yeah, this one. But, well, having my face partially hidden by the dynamic mic kinda is not really what I want. I have a good preamp, but I think just that I should have spent €1,000, not €1,000. That would be, but having something proper would be better. But by the way, I ordered something 3 times more expensive than this noisy thing. Anyhow, like I mentioned, let's switch to the what happened with focus. Focus, and focus is back. Yeah, I think I have to fix the camera alignment a little. Now it's much better. Excuse me, I have to kill my kids. It's like you ask, please don't ring the door, use the key. You have the key. Now I will ring the door. Anyhow, that's the tank. That's the tank, and I would like to actually find out what's going on with this thing. how much of the operational state it is, and can we make something useful with that. I think this is the DFRobot Devastator. Like 2 years ago, I equipped this thing with the GPS FPV setup. It even has the LiDAR over here, so it can measure the distance to the obstacle. And it even has a radio. That's actually nice. And it's running INAV. It's running INAV, that much as I know. So today we're gonna open this thing up, try to connect and see what goes where. Is there a USB connector on the outside even? I don't think I added the USB connector on the outside. That kind of sucks. So not the best design ever, and absolutely not the best design ever. Another example that this is not the best design ever is that how to open this thing? I remember it was like in a closed, opened. Okay. So I think I have to remove this screw. Hello everyone. Is it rover running INAV, Brandon Beans? Yes, it's a rover running INAV. I was using this for like a couple of rides some time ago. Back then it was okay, but then INAV not yet had the trackback return to home, so it was not. It was just going home. And believe it or not, even though it's tracked vehicle, it has trouble going through grass. The grass really has to be nicely mowed for this thing to be able to go off-road, because this thing doesn't really know how to go off-road, which is kind of like, okay, it's tracked, but it's not really that capable of the off-road, so it's not really the best. Whatever I just did is bad. Yeah, whatever I did is bad. Why not? I'm not sure to what you are referring to, but let's go with that. Brandon Beans, what do I use to design carbon frames? Fusion 360. Autodesk Fusion 360. It's the software, CAD software that is, well, extremely good with all the paid feature. It has really like amazing capabilities. And more than that, how? Oh, I get it. No, I was not supposed to remove the top plate from this thing. I was supposed to remove the bottom plate of this thing. Okay, so let me fix that. Fusion 360. Yes, some say that it can be hard to start with the Fusion, and I do have to agree. Because if you ever used any different 3D modeling software, some of the concepts are slightly different than that. But once you start using this, you will discover that it's actually pretty amazing. Of course, not that the first design will be a good design. So it's extremely useful thing if you have a 3D printer, because then you can just 3D print a mock, PLA, for example, a mock of your frame, to check if everything fits nicely, if the tolerances are okay, and then you can have this thing milled somewhere. I'm milling in China, by the way. It takes some time, but if you... How am I supposed to... I don't understand how this design works. Like, how am I supposed to open this thing? Magnus Siles, yeah, rovers are cool. If you can have a rover, then why not? I like rovers because I can give rovers to my kids, especially the younger one. She loves to drive anything I give her, but well, she's so young that well, giving her anything that flies is not the best idea ever. Robert Ortleb, thank you very much for your super kind donation. 5 Canadian dollars. By the way, how's the weather in Canada right now? Okay, now I think I'm getting somewhere with disassembly of this thing. But am I? No, I'm not getting anywhere with disassembly of this bloody contraption. I remember that it was complicated to work with that, but I had no idea that it's so complicated to work with this thing. Because apparently you are supposed to remove the top. God. So that's that. 31 Fahrenheit. Sorry, man, you have to translate to the metric units. 31 Fahrenheit, that's around 0 of the Celsius scale? I think so. I don't remember. No. Yeah, somewhere around 0, I think. That's cold. We have a beautiful weather for the last week or so, something around 18 to 20 something degrees Celsius. That means you can easily like ditch the long pants, you can ditch the jacket and just a t-shirt, and the sun is shining all the time. So 31 Celsius. Okay, I get it. 31 Celsius, much more something that I can believe. So, Willie, you don't like my microphone. Damn. I spent so much time trying to figure out how to make that microphone work. But this is interesting that that microphone is not really working. Nice suppression. Maybe no. Okay, so one more test. Let's do one more test of my second microphone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. How's the audio? I suspect it's not really the best, but also maybe not the worst one ever. So how was the audio in this very moment? Yeah, sound is perfect on your moment, but wait for the delay to kick in. That's the thing. I'm testing a second microphone. I have a shotgun microphone over there, and okay, yeah, now we are talking. Now, yeah. I wonder what this button switch. I think it's shutting down the motors. I wonder why I did it like that. Nobody knows. Let me find the battery. What's interesting, this motors, this chassis was designed to run on 2S, but I was running this thing on 4S without any problems, without even this thing overheating. I wonder what this thing switch does. I think it shut down the motors. I think that's what it do. Yeah, absolutely. It shut down the motors and also shut down the servo, because it has a servo over here. Okay, yeah, so the servo is working. Okay, so I think we are getting actually somewhere with this design. I wonder how legacy of the INAV version I have over here, like INAV 4 probably, maybe even something older. Who knows? Okay, so you know what? I will switch to the second microphone for now. Now, when I will be talking to... Oh, by the way, have I shared the news about INAV 6.1 yet? At least today? Because I don't think I actually shared this thing. Yeah. So let's make an experiment. I will try to use this microphone for a minute, and let's see how this thing will work. Okay. Yeah, so that boom mic was bad. Now, is it still that bad? I expect it's not the best, but it's not really, I think, that bad. Okay, so it was running INAV 3. Oh man, that's the old crap. Okay, so div all, let's make a div. Let's save this thing somewhere and save to a file. That was really old. That was really old stuff. Like I said, I was not using this thing for a very long time. So FPV Builder, is it still that bad? Maybe something was not on. I really would have to fight with this, and like I mentioned, the better microphone is on its way. I already replaced the XLR interface because the first interface I bought, I think, had damaged the preamp. It was making a very strange sound. Okay, so let's end now. Which one of the flight controller is over there? It has the Matek S765. Okay. DFU, and let's flash Matek F765 then. I think I will. Oh, Robert, none of the INAV version ever worked with Vital. You can have a tail seater with INAV, but without the stabilization. So you know, never. It was never really absolutely ever working with the Vitals. So after like a minute of running the shotgun mic over here, how bad the audio really is. I know it's kind of slightly more metallic, but what's really the level of the noise on this thing? Honest opinions. If you say it's crap, I will believe it. Because I'm also not convinced. And one more time, never buy cheap microphones. That's just not worth it. Lot of white noise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the problem. I have the noise reduction on this thing running. I have the but wait, I will show you what happens when I disable the noise suppression. How noisy is it right now? And now with enable noise suppression. So it's still noisy. Not good. Not good. So maybe let's pump it up. I will later listen to the recording. Yeah, Kirov says it's crap. Yeah, yeah, I can believe. So never buy cheap mic. I'm switching to normal mic. Yeah, never buy cheap microphones. So that's that. Okay, programming successful. Let's connect to the flight controller. And now I wonder if I should actually restart from the diff or should I go from the top. I would prefer most. What's happening? Okay, I don't want to restore everything. I don't want to program everything from scratch, so 2 years. Last time I used this design was 2 years ago. Okay, so let's open, let's execute, and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so far so good. It's going. We have some settings missing. Okay, so what do we have? Extra arming safety. Allow bypass. That's set. That's for sure. And then there is gyro LPF HZ. Okay, this one we can ignore, so let's just save and let's see what's going to happen. Okay. Actually, it's looking quite good. Sonar was detected. Navigation is safe. Okay. Is the GPS working? GPS is kind of working. Okay. I think we will have to play a little with the receiver. Let me find the radio. Where's my radio? Who's in my radio? Found the radio. Magnus Slice, random question. What's the command for disarm after landing delay? With return to home triggered manually via radio. Yeah, I don't think that this is even configurable right now. But let's, we can always search in the source because this is kinda a thing. So let's go over here. Let's go to the docs. Let's go settings and disarm kill switch, not what we are interested. Fixed wing auto arm, not interested. Home reset, nav auto disarm delay. So this is this by default 1 second, but you can set it to longer or shorter. So yeah, so nav auto disarm delay. Default is 1 second, and usually it's okay. Okay, so while we are here, let's try to figure out if this thing is still working. Okay, this thing works. The VTX is fuck. VTX is getting toasty. I have to disconnect the battery probably, so we won't be using the battery for a minute, and that means that the RX is not working. Bloody hell. What was I thinking when I built this thing? That was not the smartest thing for me to ever do. Yeah, like I said, never buy cheap microphones. That's really my advice. Let's see. This thing. This is a Boya 6060. There were very little reviews on this thing. There was literally like, besides the official marketing, there was only like one video from the guy that said, oh, it's great, it's fantastic, it's a forgotten treasure. Maybe if you do it like that and you really use this shotgun like this, but if you like try to pick the sound from like, I don't know, 2 feet, it's apparently too far, and the noise is just like, I know that there is noise. I know that there is a lot of noise, but I not really was expert. And it should not be that bad, but it is. So what we learned today, never buy cheap microphones, and Boya BM6060 is absolute crap. For the price, no, don't buy Boya. Absolutely do not buy Boya. Okay, so let's create a model for this thing. Let's create a model and copy model. Okay, let's call the model so we know what is this. By the way, anybody would like to buy my TX16S gold on silver? I'm selling this baby. If so, drop me a message. Okay, Devastator. Let's let's switch from Express LRS to Ghost. I will probably not waste any of the receivers, Express LRS receivers on this thing if I have a Ghost already. So this one we can off, and external we can set to Ghost. Okay, we have it on Ghost. Ghost powered. Now let's, for kicks, power the receiver, and let's go into the... And let's go into bind plus setup. Yeah, we have to update. One of the things I really like about the Ghost ecosystem, although that in general it's not that good as it should be, is that I think the Ghost resetted itself. Fuck. Is that you can actually update everything absolutely no problem via the radio link, and it's working like perfectly, never any problems with that. And I know that many people will say that Express LRS is great because it has a Wi-Fi. It's not really that great. If you have like 10 receivers to update, it's taking a lot of time. Kirov, I don't know, I was thinking about $200 with the Express LRS. No, with the Express LRS transmitted additionally. Not cheap, but it's one of a kind. You know, it's really like one of the kind. Because it has my name on it. There are two Express Radiomasters TX16S with my name on it. This is the fancier one, by the way. So that's that. Okay, so this one was updated. Press to continue. And now we have to restart this thing. Will it work? Kinda works. Okay. I think we can start playing with setup of this thing. Let's go with the turret first. The turret originally was driven by channel 10, I think, and right now turret is driven by channel 11. So let's change the turret to the channel 11. Oh, yeah, I think it's working. Something just happened, so I think it's working. We have a progress. Let's see if we really do have a progress. Yeah, we do have a progress. The turret is working. Okay, so that's something. Okay, then arming on channel 5. So this is great. Return to home. No, return to home on channel. You don't see it. So return to home on channel this one. Waypoints on this one because it can do missions. Because why not? Then here we're gonna have nothing, and here we're gonna have nothing because we basically have nothing. So, okay, and also I should somehow figure out how to disable the VTX. Oh, there's some strange mix over here. So on channel 7 should be the... That's on channel 7. Yeah, I figured out the way how to disable the VTX, so it will not be overheating. That's actually lovely. But on the radio, I have some strange mix. Why throttle is mixed with channel 7? Who set up this radio? Me? Maybe there's some programming. Okay, I have a lot of programming rules. Okay. Channel 7 was for throttle hold. Okay, so In that case, we will switch it to the channel 8. So throttle hold will be done via the channel 8, not channel 7. Right, so now we don't have this. RC channel 4, okay, Basil. I have fancy rules over here. I really wonder what those fancy rules do, because I have no bloody idea. But okay, now we should have the throttle hold enabled. Okay, that's something. I should be able to start the VTX. I should be able to arm. I should be able to do everything else. Let me put this thing on some kind of the... And let's try to arm this thing. Let's see if this thing will arm. I will have to power the motors though, because they are not, I think, powered by default. Okay. Now the motors are powered. And let's see if this thing will work. I don't have the GPS fix. So because I don't have the GPS fix, we will have to do it with the override. I think override is like this and then like this. No? No. It was not the override. Or is it armed? No, it's not armed. Okay, so maybe... No, it's not arming. How the override? Come on, I'm... Okay. No. Yeah! It was kind of flaky, but look. Backwards. Forwards. Left. Right. Okay, this does nothing. So all the controls are on this, and I can put it on the slowly forward. Nice! Okay, let's not play with too many of those. Ta-da! It turned out that arming this thing is actually really super flaky, because you really have to but it can be armed, and that's really something. Okay, that's fantastic. So we have the tank operational. I still wonder if the VTX setup is working, because this is not something I've tested for a very, very, very long time. So let me quickly take the analog goggles. And let's see if the VTX setup is working. And if so, I think this has a nice vision camera, a night vision camera. And because of that, maybe I will take this thing for a spin tonight. Because why not? If it has a night vision camera, then we will be able to do some interesting stuff. Okay, everybody's so super quiet on the chat. Nothing really interesting is happening. Like no comments on my huge success. I was hoping for at least some comments. The motors, actually, from last time I was playing with this thing, were fine. And even they were cold after running on 4S. They are designed to run on 2S. But everything was working, no problem. So, really hard to tell. It was not like riding for a very, 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 very varying... Robert is clapping. Nice. Maybe you should not be clapping. Anyhow. On which band those goggles are running? I think this should be race band 1. So, okay. Race. No, to have race band 1, I have to enable the VTX first. Okay. I think this battery is dead. I have a gut feeling this battery is completely dead. Okay, we have the OSD and we have the VTX running, which is actually pretty impressive and amazing. And I wonder if the... shut up. Okay, that was the item doing its thing. The thing looks absolutely operational. Battery is almost depleted. This thing is almost depleted. Okay. I think we can really call it a great success. And the Devastator will do stuff after I will configure everything. We still have to update the fonts because looks like the fonts currently on the OSD are from INAV 3.0, and INAV 3.0 was released when, like 1.5 years ago at least, maybe slightly later. So let's quickly update the fonts. And let's see what's gonna... Oh, and I want to check if the rangefinder is working. Let's check if the rangefinder is working. No, the rangefinder is not working. So that's that. Which is interesting because maybe it requires... Okay, I wonder if the rangefinder is powered from the same source as everything else or not really. Okay. Okay, the rangefinder seems to be not operational. Okay, rangefinder seems to be not operational. Let me... maybe I have to start it from the LiPo to have the rangefinder operational. Maybe that's the thing. I hope so, at least, because I have a use for this rangefinder. I will most probably remove it from the turret and put on my cine lifter. But I still want to be... Oh, now, yeah, rangefinder is operational. Okay, you see? 1 meter. But this Benaway cannot go closer than 29 centimeters, apparently. But that's something. That's something, and it has a pretty nice, useful range. Much better than those lidars that Matek is putting on their flowboard. So at least that's something. OSD. Let's go to OSD. Let's flash the latest fonts, and let's check if we do not have to make any adjustments to the OSD itself. But besides that, looking actually quite good. So font manager, impact. Never buy Boya microphone. Total crap. But it was third of the price. So that's something. Okay, now let's go one more time to the OSD. Unable to arm, waiting for the GPS fix. throttle sats. Actually, it's fantastic. And I would like to add the rangefinder distance. Here's the rangefinder distance. Let's put the rangefinder distance 0.6 and okay, pretty cool. Let's save it. There will be, of course, no altitude because this thing cannot fly. But besides that, okay, looking good, looking nice. We might have a pretty interesting thing to play with later. Should I record some videos of this thing driving? I suppose. Because after all, you know, INAV rovers were always a thing. I still have... There's a problem with the Radiomaster Boxer. The external bay is not really 100% up to the JR bay dimensions. It's too tight. And to be able to fit the Ghost into the bay, I had to file the Ghost a little. But now I also I filed too much, and now the hooks that are keeping the Ghost in the bay are not really operational because I filed them flat. So that's that. So you have to be careful. But we say, okay, let's see if I will be able to... No, it's not really that... It's not simple to arm this thing. I told you that's not simple to arm this thing. I think I will have to increase the deadband. I will absolutely have to increase the deadband because this deadband is just bad. And now the arming is not working again. I think I will have to just wait for the GPS fix to be operational. But it's working. Okay, so we can just assemble this thing and that will be all. So, guys, how's the spring going? Oh, any interesting plans, flying plans, or whatever plans for the future? I have some. There's a reason I brought back from the storage my Nano Talon. I want to put a Nano Talon to a good use. Let's see if this will be really a good use. But I want to put it to use and send it. And by send it, I do mean send it, because I want to send it far away. Hoping it will make some pictures and come back, because I intend to send it on the fully autonomous mission over the some water. So even if this thing will fall down, nothing wrong will happen. Riot 9, morning all. Well, over here it's evening. It's a beautiful evening, by the way. And I think that you Australian people have right now something like a problem with the weather, because the summer is over, right? The winter is coming. And the winter, I don't think you have ever snow, but you know, it's rainy and nobody likes really rain that much, unless people who love rain because they kind of need it. So how's the weather How's the weather in Australia? Peter started 3D printing. Where's my doggo is, I think, walking with my wife. So the doggo is busy being a doggo. I'm considering putting a webcam on the place on our bed where the doggo likes to sleep. You know, to have more views, because some people apparently love to watch doggos all the time. So that's that. And we are almost ready with the rover, and we will be able to check if it will be driving. I think it will be. Too bad I cannot really like disconnect this camera and show you how it drives, but it should be doable. By the way, have I ever showed you how amazing how foldable I made this thing? You see, the GPS mast and the RX mast are foldable, so you can just like open them, lock them in place. So that simplifies, at least in theory, simplifies the transportation. With the practice, it depends really on what's going on. But I'm actually proud of this piece of this build. Yeah, what happened to the ImmersionRC Dolphin build? That's a good thing. That's a good question. It's there. It's somewhere there, and I will have to finish it. But the last time I was flying with airplanes somewhere in December, and honestly, recently I prefer cycling than going to the flying field. I'm finally getting back into shape, at least some kind of the physical shape. And if I have a choice, like go to stand 2 or 3 hours on the flying field, or like cycle for 2 or 3 hours, I will most probably choose cycling, because, well, it's good for my health. And when I'm really like that much into flying, I'm just taking quads because, yeah, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this thing. I hope so, at least. Absolutely, I will take it for a spin today. I will only have to charge the batteries. Okay, so it works. So that's that. Let's see how amazing of a thing. We still have to. The GPS has to get a fix. But besides that, the Devastator is operational. Oh, Peter, you have SNL. How's the SNL going? How's the SNL really like? Is it really working or like not really? I'm asking because I have a SNL for years, but I never really like bothered to put on any model. It was kind of complicated when I got it. There was no instruction manual. I don't know. I don't know if I got the original or a clone or whatever, and that's why it's just somewhere. Robert Ortleb, the rover. No, the rover is not my design. This is the. This is how it's called. DFRobot Devastator. DFRobot Devastator. I got it like 2 years ago. I only added some extra elements to it, like the GPS, like the tower with the camera and with the rangefinder and all those extra bits and pieces. But the chassis is actually ready-made. So that's that. I had a lot of fun building this thing, but then it was just in the storage and it's all dusty, but still operational. And the drivetrain is not the best. The drivetrain has a lot of problems. The tracks are falling from time to time. The way that the wheels are attached to the hubs is not really the best. You have to lubricate the hubs with something, but it's working. It's kind of working. So at least that. Okay, SNL works fine. That's kind of good news. It's really an interesting idea, the SNL. I was really like very much interested. This like before COVID. I remember this was really before COVID. But after trying to figure out how to connect everything, because back then there was no instruction manual, I could not find instruction manual, and the only place when I actually got any information was the video of some bloke on the YouTube, but without like showing any details. So I just gave up back then. Skyforce, thank you very much. So that's that. And okay, let's do the news because we still have some time, and that means that we can do actually the news. INAV 6.1. INAV 6.1 is built and ready. INAV 6.1 is only waiting for the release. When the release will happen, most probably tomorrow. Because I have to check, but we are still waiting for one of the developers to build the Mac for the INAV configurator 6.1. He did it. No, he built it. So, and 7 hours ago. Man, that's amazing. Should we release? Should we release? Should we release? I would like to see like 10 likes for the release. Should we release? We can release. Yeah, I think we will just release. Let me write only for the other developers that I will be releasing this thing, so you know that everybody knows. I'm releasing 6.1 now. Thank you guys for the help. Amazing work. So okay, in that case, let's release INAV 6.1 because we can. Let's begin with the releasing of the firmware. There are, of course, the release notes with what changed, and I uploaded everything already some time ago. So let me just go here and publish release. So this thing is live, and now let's release the INAV configurator. By the way, software in the loop. If you are using INAV with the simulator, X-Plane 11, I think, and something else too, you no longer have to connect the flight controller to fly INAV on your simulator. You just start the configurator and it's working. Pretty cool stuff. There is some piece of the information how to use this thing. But it's really like a pretty nice, interesting thing. That not so many of the competition, well, some have, but ours is of course better. So that's super cool, and turned out at the end that the compiling INAV on the x86 platform was not that hard. And like I mentioned, the FPV Academy, I will not be rebranding again. But FPV Academy is a nice one. Let's quickly check if the FPV... I think FPV Academy was taken some time ago. I think it was. Yeah, there's something over here. FPV Masterclass, DJI Academy, but there is only one FPV University. You know, I have university experience. I mean, I was teaching at the university. So, and okay, Bing already knows. Oh, the Bing says something. Wow! Bing has something to say about me. Bing says that the YouTube channel called FPV University, which has video on drones, RC airplanes, do it yourself. The channel is run by Paweł Spychalski, because the expert. Ah, amazing! Bing says that I'm an expert in the field. How nice of the Bing. Ronaldo, so that's that. And also that's that. So I think we will be slowly ending for today, because I think we did everything that I wanted to do. I have the Devastator operational again, and it should be drivable, and maybe I will be able to record some materials with it. And besides that, INAV 6.1 released one more time, amazing stuff. So that's also good. So thank you very much for joining me on this Friday evening. I'm Paweł Spychalski. This is. I still have to decide if I should go. This was FPV University. I'm Paweł Spychalski, czy I'm Paweł Spychalski. This was the FPV University. Let's see how this thing gonna work out. Besides, never buy cheap microphones. And thank you very much. This was University. This was the FPV University. I'm Paweł Spychalski. Thank you very much for watching, and like always, happy flying. Damn, I'm getting better and better and all of that. Thank you very much, guys. Ciao.